super early. I got up early. I always wake up early. But I had some thoughts. I've been looking at my Twitter account, and there's just a lot of stuff on there because everybody's, so riled up about the shootings and the way the media is um, shifting the blame to white nationalists, whatever they just, they just create these narratives and then try to get them to stick. But what I had a realization of this morning is this. They were talking about 8chan, which I don't even know what this stuff is, but I do follow the Q stuff just a little bit. I'm not, just from my Twitter stuff, I follow Q. I don't actively follow it. I think it's interesting though. And I guess Q posts on 8chan. And 8chan is like kind of like a generic forum. It's not on Google. It's not controlled by these big media tech people. And so they can post information freely. It's more of a free speech zone than Twitter for sure, because Twitter definitely censors. Facebook definitely censors. Google censors. YouTube censors. All these big people censor, but the 8chan, I guess there's some company that went in and said, oh, we're not going to allow 8chan anymore to have space. And so that's how they work things. This cabal, this dark, sinister layer of our world, the people that are the controllers, I like to call them. Paul calls them controllers. Pockets of the future, Paul. And I like that. The system controllers is what I call them. They don't do resistance well. What I mean by that is when people resist, they don't do that well. They need compliance for their plan to work. I was thinking about when they pushed out Obama the first time, and everybody was on board with Obama, and I hate to admit it, but I was too. I thought Obama was going to be a change agent for good. I got duped, and as so many people did. Obviously didn't vote for him for the second term. And look at the alternatives we had. We had the criminal Bush cartel. They're criminals too, just like the Clintons are. And anyway, what I was going to say is, and it kind of hit me, was when people start to wake up and start to understand that they're being force-fed these narratives and that the media is just a tool of these sinister cabal, this deep state. This deep state doesn't function well in that environment. They want complete compliance. It's kind of like an authoritarian parent who tells their kid to do something, and the kid resists, and the authoritarian parent just yells louder. They just keep turning up the volume thinking, well, if I can just yell louder, I can get compliance. And that's basically what they do. They put out these false flag events. People are being killed, don't get me wrong, but these are fake events. These are fake. They're and they'll keep parading these out. They'll kill as many people as they have to. They'll start wars to keep power. They have no problem with that. They've been doing that for a long time. But the bottom line is they don't handle resistance well. And so then you have to ask yourself, what's the highest level of resistance? Well, the highest level of resistance is non-resistance. So, in other words, you connect to source, you connect to God in your heart, and you let that energy flow through you, because that energy has an intelligence that you don't have. You could run out, you could make a sign and go stand on the street corner. And I'm not saying that's not effective. If that's what you feel like you need to do, that's what you need to do. But I'm just saying, you could go out, you could bust windows, you could overturn cars, you could do crazy stuff. But the highest level of resistance is to connect to source and let that source energy flow through you and let that become a conduit of this higher level intelligence, because that is the ultimate undermine of this deep state. It's like there's a section of road I drive to work, and there's a little natural spring that comes off the hill. And whenever it rains and stuff, of course, the spring is running more, and it goes underneath the road, and it always washes out underneath this one section of road, and they're constantly having to refill it. And that's what this deep state is. They're being undermined by this higher level intelligence, but they just keep putting more asphalt on the road. They just keep pumping out more lies and more lies and more lies, because that's all they have. They don't have anything else. You never notice they just keep making the same movies over and over again? It's because they don't have any creative intelligence. They have to steal their creativity. They have to steal it because they don't have genuine God-given creativity. They don't have that connection. And it's important that we develop that. That's what we need to work on developing. And when I was listening to the Allison Coe, I was telling you about that in the other video. She does the hypnosis. And basically every single one of the people was saying the main thing you can do is connect to that source. Become more of a transmitter of this light. Let this light energy come in, become a good receiver, and you'll become a good transmitter. And that's what they don't want. They do not want that. And anyway, it's just hope y'all have a good day.